Top of the morning to you, or afternoon or evening, whenever you may be watching. My name is Scott, I represent the SL and Game Slam here with Sergio for the next episode of Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. I believe the 37th episode of Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. And you may notice I am a little bit more chipper than you might expect after the events that occurred last episode. That is because, as you will quickly see in our team recap, I have been grinding the team up. We needed to do that regardless for our newest member, but also I felt that since we went against a level 53, it would be fair that our party was up to at least level 48 each. So that is the case, and you also probably notice a little glare here. That is what we call natural light here in the biz. The sun happens to be right perfectly positioned next to the window in my room to give us the glare. Sergio's getting a little tan though, so I'm not going to stop him there. Let's jump into our team recap. Again, I'm a little more chipper because I am used to seeing this team. For you, it's going to be a little bit of a transition. So first up, we have Kevin, the Pidgeot, level 48. Wing attack, sand attack, quick attack, and fly. And I'd like to go over the stats as well so you can see where we're at. We are over the century mark in both attack and speed. Decent defense and not so great special, but I'd like to highlight everyone's strong points and weak points. Next up, we have Joe Benny, who has 137 attack, decent defense, more special than I would expect, and the speed's not there, but who cares? Joe Benny has Body Slam, Amnesia, Rest, and Strength. Next up, we have Cornus Boy, who has 97 attack, 113 defense, 101 speed, 96 special. Very well rounded, so I'm happy with that. Still rocking out with Body Slam, Horn Drill, Earthquake, and Poison Sting. Next up, we have Liv, and take a look at these. We got 117 attack, 110 defense, 84 speed, and 124 special. Liv learned a new move. If you look in the second slot here, we have Confuse Ray, Hydro Pump, replacing Body Slam, Ice Beam, and Surf. And that was a tough decision for me. However, I felt like, how often am I going to use Liv as a physical attacker? I feel like I am much more inclined to use her for the special moves Ice Beam and Surf, and Hydro Pump if I really need to pack that big punch. But I didn't want to forget Confuse Ray because you know we're all about hacks on this network. Next up, we have Dan, CPA, the Jolteon, looking at 84 attack, 78 defense. I don't love that, but look at the other two, 153 speed, 135 special. Let's go. And I would like to introduce you all, same moves as last time for Dan, Quick Attack, Thunder Takedown, Thunder Wave. I would like to introduce you all to our newest member on the team who had to make the tough transition to replace, I mean, he can never be replaced, but take the spot of our former captain, Austin. That is, ladies and gentlemen, Fabby the Ninetales, who has 102 attack, 97 defense, 113 speed, and 124 special. So as far as replacements go, this is the best we could do. We're looking at Flamethrower, Confuse Ray, Quick Attack, and Roar for the time being. So the one, you could look at it as a downside, but I see it as more of an upside, is we do not have anyone who can learn Cut anymore. And with that in mind, you know, I don't know if you need it from this point on. I would guess that you might need it in this stage between us and Victory Road, but I don't think you need it in Victory Road. So if we do need to run back and get someone to help us advance, that will be a short-term solution. But if we don't, we'll just keep going through. So, oh, that is the Boulder Badge. Go right ahead. And this reminds me of This reminds me of when I first played Red version. I discovered this place when I was like midway through the game. So I was passing through these guards. I think I had 4 badges at the time, and I was getting all stoked because like you're hearing this like these hype jams, and you're getting ready to just like do some push-ups, and then you got to this point where you needed to surf, and I did not, of course, have anyone who could yet. So that was very depressing. That was a dark moment in my childhood, but we can now continue. And, you know, there might be an encounter in here. I really don't know. I'm really not thinking about it. I'll put it this way. I'm not planning on losing any more Pokemon to the point where we would need a new one to the team. So we're going to continue as planned for now. And if we run into something and it's not duplicates, we will assess the situation. And yes, we do have grass at this point. So who do we want for a potential encounter? I think Dan with T-Wave is the move. I have no clue what's around here. Maybe there's hidden item. You know how I do. You know how I do with those. But we will see what we see. We will see what we see. Anything around here? Nope. We're going to continue up here. No encounters yet. This is the Volcano badge. Checkpoint. And as we continue, I'm still looking out for things. Not seeing anything. And let's see what's around the bend here. Okay, so we have made it there. We will get an encounter in Victory Road, so we might as well get the Victory Road entrance encounter. So let's see what's in this little patch. Fearow. We definitely have a Spearow. I remember naming it Master Ball, so we are not going to catch that. But let's see what else there is. And you know my rule, 3 strikes, you're out. Another Fearow, also level 38, probably the same one. With that, I am going to go to a different patch. Let's go down here where it was a little more continuous. Yeah, let's check this one out. There's got to be something good in here, right? But I at least want to see something other than Fearow, you know? Might as well. Here we go. And it's a Spearow. Okay, level 26. Not a huge fan of that. I know I said 3 strikes, but I want to give each patch of grass its justice in giving us a cool encounter. But we are kind of... Ooh! Ditto! Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to do first. Alright? We might as well paralyze it before it turns into us. Ditto is fully paralyzed. I don't want to risk a Thunder. Ooh, that did a good fat chunk right there. Let's see if an Ultra Ball can capture this one. Let's see. And I'm trying to think, gosh darn it, what move we could have to do like so little damage to weaken him a bit. Maybe a Confuse Ray. We didn't need it though. Triple Jiggle. We got Ditto, who will be added to our Pokedex. So Ditto, the transform Pokemon, capable of copying an enemy's genetic code to instantly transform itself into a duplicate of the enemy. Oh boy, I am I'm probably gonna get some hate for what I'm about to do. Oh, can you use numbers in this? Oh, you can't. Okay. Wait, lowercase, uppercase. Oh man. Oh, I can't use that nickname. Okay. Well, I still can get close to it. Uh, this is in bad taste, given the circumstances of our nation, but I was going to name him COVID-19, and because he's just like a weird plasma thing that can like wreck stuff and like transform. So we'll name him COVID. And COVID was transferred to Bill's PC. So Bill, I'm sorry I had something to do with that. And it looks like the sun is kind of out of the picture now. So we're back to the just the beauty of the natural light. But yeah, that probably will make a couple people mad. But the show must go on. And you know, I did want to comment on that, at least a little bit. Granted, we don't have the biggest platform here by any means, but I did just want to mention that, you know what, in this time where people are kind of running around like crazy people, we want to be at least some source of, I don't know, entertainment, fun, lightheartedness, whatever you want to call it. We want to be that for you. And you know what? Ooh, is time going to be enough? Hopefully. We'll figure it out. And, oh man, has this Victory Road given me fits in the past? Yes, it has. We are going to have to take this pretty much step by step. And we may mess up. We did pretty solid at the gosh darn Seafoam Islands, so I feel good about that. But it is something that we're going to have to take step by step. So, yep, we get this boulder all the way over here. We need to continue to the right. We saw the button, and we can't go through there, so we have to go up here. All right. We go down, we go up. One more. Skirt around this boulder, and onto the button. So, there's no sound for that or anything. But Victory Road, man, I don't know if you guys remember the first time that you ever went through this maze, but my younger self could not handle it too well. We'll leave Cornish Boy in for this battle. These puzzles are not easy, is what I'm getting at, and it actually took, I mean, I'll admit this, I was like 4 or 5 years old at the time. I needed the strategy guide to help me get through, and as you see level 44, you can understand why I deemed it necessary to grind the team to 48, because our rival had over 50. The gym leaders have had around that, and we got some plays being made. Interesting. I'm gonna probably OHKO this, but you know, I didn't want to go 50. That seemed a little spicy for Victory Road. I do want to have, I don't know, kind of form some kind of expectation before the Elite Four, because I at least want to be 50 for that. Maybe even like 52 or 53. I think 53 would be pretty fair. I've seen Nuzlocks in the past where they have not only grinded their teams up to level 55 for the E4, but they have also used legendaries. And like at that point, it just makes it too easy. Like they just mowed through with like Articuno basically. And since we cannot use Adam, I think it is fair for us to pick a level like 52 or 53 and roll with those punches. So we see Indiana Jones here wants to fight, sending out an Ivysaur. Not a great matchup, but not a terrible one either, because it is part poison. This should be singularly effective. Super effective. Okay. I am really glad I stayed in. He's using the X attack, which will probably go to waste. Yes, it will. Down goes the Ivysaur. And let's see, we got a Wartortle coming out. We're going to switch on that. Let's bring out Dan. So a couple, maybe Eviolite stage 2s. Who knows? let's thunder this guy right here. That's Sergio's favorite move. He gets Team Rocket with that pretty often. Pretty often. And Charmeleon coming out next. We will stay in for that. We will thunder again. Hitting again. And probably not gonna OHKO. Yes, it is. You can see our hard work has paid off. We get a Charizard coming out, and oh boy, I just gleeked a little bit, but that hits me right in the feels. Right in the feels, looking at the same type of Pokemon as our fallen hero, Austin. And you know, I don't even feel that we need to hash that out really anymore, because after grinding this team so much off screen, I really down over down on this one. Oh, we got his strength again. I ran a couple scenarios through my head of what I could have done, and given the circumstances, I don't think there is much. I really think the only thing we could have done differently would have been to have Fire Blast on him, or staying with Dan. Those are like the two things, but at that point we would have been risking Dan, which I understand. Of the two of them, you could make the argument that Austin is more valuable, but we just don't want to lose anyone. So we did what we thought was the best move given the information we had. I'm going to go for Body Slam and try to para. Not going to get that, but ooh, this better not crit. You know how we feel about those Machops from back in the day. Those Machops, there we go. There we go. Now you can't really crit me. You're going to X attack, so we'll send you home with one more Body Slam. But these Machops have been at me all day. And by all day, I mean since Cerulean City. So I'm going to get the heck out of there and send in Kevin against this Machop, because I think Pidgeot is a much better matchup. So it is going to focus its energy. It is not going to matter. We should OHKO this. Down goes Machop. Not giving us great experience, but decent. We'll stay in for Machoke. And, you know, I remember freaking out about a matchup like this earlier. Maybe it was when I had Austin still. Geez, this guy is boosting. That's a little scary, TBH. But it was because in a... What the heck, man? Okay, that's not doing too much for 2x attacks. A Machoke and another Nuzlocke I did. Gold Nuzlocke. Took out my Quilava with Rock Slide. And so I was nervous about that at another point. But now I don't feel too nervous because I have not seen it on one. Down goes Black Belt saying, hiya! And let us continue. I think we're in a decent spot HP-wise. I see an item to the left. Let's rappel right back up. And keep on keeping on. So we got another one there. We'll see where we need that. TM5, what is that? Boot up the TM, it contains Mega Kick. Can anyone learn it? You know what? Now that we are in that stage so close to the Elite Four, we might as well get some of these moves going. Oh man, so it's either this or Body Slam. So it comes down to how bad we want the paralysis. You know what? I'm going to keep Body Slam for this reason. Alright, and I'm going to keep it for Cornus Boy as well. Because although Mega Kick can pack a bigger punch, or a bigger kick rather, okay, I'm going to say no, and then abandon yes. Okay, they make that so hard. I'm just pressing B. I'm just pressing B. I like having 15 PP more than not, and also what am I trying to say? The accuracy of freaking Mega Kick is not great. So it is one of those things where I believe the better move will be to keep Body Slam. And my goodness, we do not want to stay in for that. Let's go, let's give a little debut action. Let's give a little debut action to Fabby himself. We just got predicted with a Hypno coming out. Let's Confuse Ray it. Let's Confuse Ray it. And then jump into some Flamethrowers. Hypno going to use Psychic. I don't like that. Let's see what it can do. This is one of our better special members. So we took that like really well, all things considered. Smart move to switch out with the confusion there, but Fabby putting in some work, and they're just juggling the team. Juggler is literally just juggling the team. So let's give a little quick attack. Hopefully it does enough, not quite. But we know Psychic didn't do much, so Confusion not going to do a scary amount either. Quick attack going to send this Hypno home, and we should not have too much more trouble with the Drowsy. And my goodness, this man has two other Pokemon as well. Let's see what the moves are there. Kadabra. Okay, we'll stay in on that. Although we are not a fan of Kadabra kind, being the Alakazam of our buddy Apple. And yeah, this man, Confuse Ray is a waste. We might as well just keep Flamethrower, and we're just burning. We got a stalling trainer here, but without any hazards on the field, Stealth Rocks or Spikes, you're not really in a position to be stalling us out. So we'll stay in, we will stay in, and go for the quick attack. That should do the trick, and down goes Kadabra. So getting some decent experience by all means. Juggler says, you got me. Yup, they laid off their writing staff a long time ago. So let's see where we can find a boulder for that. I know that will not be the path. And we see another trainer here. Come on, I'll whip you! Another Indiana Jones in this Temple of Doom. Oh man, and this guy's got his eyes closed. He's whipping all over the place. We got a Persian here against our Cornus boy, who will stay in. Let's Body Slam. Let's Body Slam. Fury Swipes. Not a huge fan, but I'm not too scared of that move either. And oh boy, critical hit. My goodness, we'll use one more to take out the Persian. Must have been a speed tie, because we went first that time. Cornus boy growing to level 49. And we got a Golduck coming up next. Let's go to Dan. We are all about just making the smart moves now, people. I mean, I've always tried to make the smart moves, but I mean, even like if you can neutrally, you know, send out someone else who'd be a decent matchup, it's like, now let's just do the right thing. Send out the right Pokemon and go from there. Let's see what we got here. Full heal. I'll take it. I just purchased some of those. There is a ladder there, but there's another trainer and another item. Here, I'm just gleeking all over the place. My goodness. I don't know if that cleans your screen, but given the gosh darn coronavirus, we're trying to use Lysol wipes, not our personal gleek. Whoa, bad matchup, real bad matchup. Let's go to live, because I want to live. Great Good Charlotte song, I just want to live. And Double Slap doing not even 4. I almost said 4, but not even 4. Ooh, you guys want to see this. I know you want to see this light screen. Watch us just blow right past this. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. And it's subbing up. Oh, man. Let's break it. I mean, it's a little like... It's not that exciting because they subbed up. So let's just go into Surf, because it looks like he's going to continue to sub up, which honestly is a horrible strat when you set light screen. I mean, maybe not horrible, but it's like, what did you set the screen for when you're just going to sub up anyways? So this will be the last one they can do. We'll continue to serve, and we'll go from there. It's one of those things where we don't really need to use Hydro Pump, so we might as well just serve. And was this the only Pokemon this trainer had, or do they have any more? Mr. Mime goes down, getting a little bit, and let's switch Cornus Boy from the front. We'll put JB in the front. He hasn't seen any action yet. Let's see what this item is. TM17. Let's boot it up, and we're probably gonna end from there. So let's see, TM17 submission. Does that really make sense with anyone? I mean, here's the thing. We don't really have a fighting type move, and for that reason I kind of like it. Question is, who would we want to learn it? Probably Cornus Boy out of the two of them. In a potential matchup where he is facing a normal type, that could work well. So let's take a look. On Fort, this does not tell us anything about the move, stats, how much PP it is, anything like that. I believe submission, I know it hits you with recoil, that's part of the downside. It's a fighting type move, it's very strong. 100 or 120, I would guess 120, probably a double-edged type move. Here's the thing though, I mean, well, you know, let's just forget Poison Sting. Let's not overthink that. Let's just forget Poison Sting and learn submission there. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Probably could have done Mega Kick too. But with that, people, we are going to get the heck out of here. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for hopefully accepting the new member of the team, Fabby. We will continue with Victory Road next time and hopefully wrap it up. I don't know exactly how much more to this Grand Cave Maze there is, but we're going to pick it up next time. And given, you know, I don't want to make too light of it, given the state of things in America and the world, frankly, right now, I just have a little more flexibility right now to be recording and editing, just because of those circumstances. So hopefully we will be able to keep the ball rolling on this one. Nice squeak to end it there. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy today's episode, please leave a thumbs up down below, and we will see you next time. GameSlam signing off. Wash your hands.